In Beijing, China is developing a new surveillance plane designed to be launched from its aircraft carrier and fitted with a radar system to spot enemy fleet jets. The state media confirmed for the first time on Monday that China was building its first carrier-borne early warning planes, or the AWCS, called the KG-600, Hong Kong-based South China Morning Posture on today's report. The announcement comes as the United States has deployed F-35 fleet jets to base in Japan and other parts of Asia Pacific over the last year, challenging China's air defenses in the region. Chinese military observers said that KG-600 would be fitted with an advanced active electronically scanned array, or the AESA radar, which could enable it to spot the elite aircraft such as the America's F-32s and F-35s. Beijing-based military expert Li Qi said that the new surveillance plane could also become a command center in the air. AESA can detect the elite fighters at very long range, said Li. He also said that the aircraft would fill the critical weapons gap with the US and improve the combat effectiveness of the Chinese battle carrier groups. Li said the KG-600 would likely be used on China's third aircraft carrier under construction in Shanghai, and be compatible with its advanced automatic launch system, or the EMALS. EMALS can launch the jet more quickly and effectively than the Skyjump ramps used on China's first two aircraft carrier. Also, these spy planes can be spied on US and the Indian military on the South China Sea. As the Indian military get worries, India are getting into the defense budget so by so, and by this year they are getting ready use of it. China currently has operationalized its first aircraft carrier, Lining, a refitted Soviet Union-made vessel, in 2012. It launched its second aircraft carrier in April 2017, which was expected to begin the sea trials next month, and it announced the plans to build the third one in Shanghai. Earlier reports said that China plans to have 4 aircraft carriers by 2030 to operate from the disputed South China Sea as well as the Indian Ocean, to have a spy on Indian militaries and the navies. So what do you think of China developing the spy plane to operate from the aircraft carrier to spy on US and the Indian military navies?
Diepsloot is a township 25 kilometers north of Sandton, Johannesburg, where unemployment is as high as 60% of the population. Transport is expensive, so proximity is important for residents when finding work. For entrepreneurs looking for an opportunity, where do they find the support they need to help build their businesses? Less than 5 kilometers away from Diepsloot is the Riversands SMME Incubation Hub, where fledgling entrepreneurs learn the skills they need to thrive in the marketplace. There's hope that these businesses will contribute to the government's efforts to integrate the township economy into the mainstream economy and bring jobs to Diepsloot.
This platform is here to basically enable and develop small to medium enterprises as a means to develop the economy. What makes us unique, first of all, would be our size. We currently have 158 units available, 157 businesses on campus across a 38,000 square meters space. Our operational philosophy is probably one of our biggest differentiators. We are not prescriptive in the manner in which we actually support the businesses. Our focus is to add value determined by the entrepreneurs themselves. So it's really important for us to be a learning organization that's always looking at ways in which to really support businesses in a manner that really makes sense to the entrepreneurs themselves.
They affirmed my idea and said, look, go ahead. We are here to support you as much as you are bringing something that is different to the hub, which will add on to the hub. And voila, Black Star Coffee Bar was born. So when I came in and I started setting up, I was thinking, okay, now I need employees. Where am I going to get people to work in these shops? And fortunately for me, there's a community just across the river, which is Diepsloot. Between the businesses that I have at the hub, I've got 15 people that we have permanent jobs for. It makes me happy that I have contributed to the economy of the country. I'm one of the people that the government is always stressing.
Another young entrepreneur who's providing employment for 3 people with her business is Siola Mashamaite.
We're an ISO 17025 accredited calibration laboratory. So we calibrate instruments like thermometers, hygrometers, ovens, incubators, anything that has to do with temperature and has to be verified. Currently at university there isn't any qualification that you can study towards being a metrologist. So any engineering degree would be a good start, and then from there you do individual courses that are offered by private institutions. The biggest impact would be the employing of the young people that were previously unemployed. The plan is to give them a skill that they would be able to go out here and they can be a qualified metrologist when they leave us, and with the skill they have capabilities of earning more, and that helps their families and get out of the cycle of unemployment.
South Africa's innovation pioneers are changing their industries with their sights firmly on the horizon. From innovative ways to providing skills to an app that puts specialist care in the hands of caregivers in outlying areas. The Vula app brings ICT digital technology into the healthcare sector.
Typically, a rural health worker would see a patient which he or she thinks might need specialist opinion. They complete a very short form on the app. The information gets sent straight to the specialist on call. The specialist on call can respond using the chat system that's built into the app, and they can help the patient accordingly. What's been amazing is that the response time from the specialist has been brought down to less than 15 minutes. That means really that the public health system has leapfrogged the private health system in some ways, because it's very hard to get hold of a private specialist within 15 minutes. So it started off with ophthalmology only, which is eye care. It's now in 14 specialties. The busiest one is orthopedics, a lot of trauma cases, broken bones. Other big ones are general surgery, internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology. And these are really helping meet some of the major needs in our country. The other nice thing is that data just pours in, because it's making the lives of both the rural health workers and the specialists easier. It's collecting a lot of data that's used by health administrators. It shows where all the hotspots are, where many referrals are coming from. And a lot of the head of departments are now adapting their services according to this need, which before they had a feeling for, but now they've got data to show their health managers where the needs are. Our vision for the future is to take this African innovation global. I think it'll be very useful both in other African countries as well as other countries that face similar healthcare problems. A lot of first world countries also have problems around referrals and giving advice to rural areas, and I really think that we can showcase this at a global level.
Innovation means change, whether through an app or an incubator. This new way of doing business has the potential to create jobs, transform the workforce, and drive growth by creating new industries and new services.
Every 5.4 years, Comet 41P swings around the Sun and puts on a show for observers on Earth. Between March and April 2017, as the comet made its closest approach to Earth, astronomers caught it doing something never before seen. 41P is an icy body from the Kuiper Belt, the cold storage zone beyond Neptune. Neptune's gravity first sent it hurtling toward the Sun, and Jupiter trapped it in its current orbit. As it nears the Sun, the comet's icy areas warm up and turn to gas. This forms jets that blast gas and dust into space. This material becomes an extended atmosphere around the comet and makes up its tail. To better understand how comets work, astronomers study how these jets change as a comet approaches and departs the inner solar system. From this, astronomers can measure how fast the comet rotates. When 41P approached in March 2017, astronomers found it to be rotating about once every 20 hours. But when NASA's SWIFT studied the comet in May, 41P's rotation period had more than doubled. This is the largest, most abrupt rotational change ever seen on a comet. Comet 41P is a small object, smaller than most of the so-called Jupiter family comets, and very active. Astronomers think a particularly strong active area produced jets that lined up in just the right way to suddenly put the brakes on the comet's spin. Extrapolating from the SWIFT measurements, 41P could have continued to slow in the following months, spinning less than once every 4 days by summer. This spin is too slow to keep the comet stable, so even small jets can set it wobbling like a top, or tumbling, and ultimately rotating around a different axis. Such changes affect which parts of the comet are exposed to sunlight. Perhaps this will drive new levels of activity that will further change the comet's spin. Scientists have never before observed this phase of comet evolution, and they look forward to 41P's next visit in 2022.
Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and follow us on social networks, and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is AWCS Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.